Real estate investors, my name is George Gammon, and today on this video, I'm going to answer the question, what can real estate do for you? And I'm really excited about talking about this because I'm such a huge fan of real estate and real estate investing that I know it can be massively beneficial to whomever at whatever stage of life that you're in. So let's dive right into it. My number one thing that real estate can do for you, drum roll, is it can increase your freedom. And this is huge. I always like to tell my quick personal story. And in 2012, I retired. But going back about a year, I was working on the last business that I had started in 2009. I had over 100 employees. We were doing about 24 million in annual revenues, and had a couple business partners at the time where we were growing the business overseas, and that was pretty much my job. And overseas, I mean Australia, Singapore, South Africa, into the UK. We were thinking about going to the Middle East. We were doing set up bank accounts in Hong Kong and whatnot. So for me, this meant a lot of 24-hour flights. At this point in my life, I was making a lot of money, and more money than I had really ever dreamed of. And I was on one of these 24-hour flights, and I just had this epiphany moment where I realized that at this stage in my life, with 100 employees, with 24 million in annual revenues, with all the fancy cars, with everything that you could possibly want at 38 years old as a single guy, I had it in spades. But I realized that at that point in my life, I had actually less freedom than when I was completely broke in college and I could barely find two nickels to rub together. So, back in college, I could pretty much not do whatever I wanted to do, but you had a lot of flexibility in your schedule. And, fast forward to 2012, I was a complete slave to the business that I had created, really. So I quit, retired. Some other reasons in there, but that was the main reason. And so I got into real estate investing. And in real estate investing, what I quickly learned is, wow, I can take all this money that I'd saved up from being an entrepreneur, and I can take it from a bank and I can put it into what I consider a different bank. It's just a different type of savings account. And for me, that's real estate. I look at real estate, especially buy and hold rentals, as just a different savings account that can appreciate and gives me a really great yield. So I went all in there, and I noticed that, wow, I can get this real estate to actually pay my bills every single month. And single guy, my overhead wasn't too crazy. And so I bought enough rental properties so where every single month I had those checks coming in, and I was just paying the bills with other people's money, really. And that was kind of another epiphany moment that I had. And I went from having pretty much zero freedom to just maximum freedom, like 100% freedom. I could go wherever I want at any time I wanted. I could do whatever I want, and I didn't have to worry about it because I had real estate. I had my tenants paying the bills. That is true freedom. And that's what I want for every single person that's watching this channel. And that's what real estate can do for you. Number two, let me check my notes here. It gives you control. And in this day and age where everything is out of control, you look at the political spectrum, you look at the worldwide debt with 13 trillion in negative yielding sovereign debt. I mean, you just don't have control over anything. We like to think that we do, but we really don't. Your job, your 9 to 5, you get fired at any time. Who knows what's going to happen with pension funds? I mean, look at every single state in the U.S. Not every single state, but half of them are broke. When you look at Illinois, you look at California, you look at New Jersey. I mean, they're broke. They're insolvent. So how are they going to pay those pensions that you think that you're going to make? How is that corporation going to pay your pension if we go through another financial crisis? With real estate, as long as you've got it in the right area, as long as you've got the right property, you're going to have demand. You're going to have tenants, and you're always going to be able to control that asset. You own it. You don't have a boss that's telling you how to manage that rental property. You manage it. You are in control. That is number two. So first and foremost, gives you more freedom. Number two, it gives you control. Number three is it is a more secure future. When you have real estate, when you have a portfolio of rental properties, as an example, that are paying your bills, let's say you have $5,000, $10,000 a month, and that's your monthly kind of break even point. Just think if you had 10 rental properties that were $1,000 positive cash flow or that were positive cash flow by $1,000 every single month. So every single month you go to the mailbox, you open it up, and bam, there's $10,000 every month. It's like a free ATM. And that is when you have ultimate security. You think that you got security because you work for a big corporation or you work 9 to 5. Well, really, how much security did those people have that were working for Lehman Brothers? Bear Stearns. How much security did those people have that were working for the big mortgage companies? Fannie and Freddie. You think, well, my goodness, I'm almost working for the government, Fannie, Freddie. Really? Well, the taxpayer had to bail them out because they were completely insolvent in 2009 during the crash. Remember, let's not forget that. So to think that you have any type of security when you're working for someone else is a total fallacy. But with real estate, now you've got a secure future. If you have the right properties, and again, I want to make sure I'm very clear on that, because you can buy some crazy properties that are just a total gamble. But if you're buying great properties under the cost of construction, if you've got 30-year fixed rate debt on those properties, great school districts, you've got an asset that has very, very little downside, has huge upside, and is just like basically a retirement fund that's going to be paying you from now till the day you die. And then it'll pay your kids, and then it'll pay your grandkids. It just keeps on going. So just to reiterate, what can real estate do for you? Number one, it can give you so much more freedom. And that's what we are all after at the end of the day. I had a business mentor when I was a lot younger, and he always used to say, listen, money will never buy you happiness, but it buys you a hell of a lot of freedom. So if you're one of those people that value freedom, if that's what makes you happy, then real estate is definitely for you. Number two is it gives you complete control of the assets. It gives you control over your future. It makes you the master of your own destiny. Number three, and it gives you a very secure future. There has no, other than maybe gold, there's no other asset class that is as historically proven as real estate. So you've got this amazing cash flow that's coming in. You've got these properties, these tangible assets that you know are going to be in demand for decades to come. You control it. That is a secure future. A secure future is not a 401k. A secure future is not a job in corporate America. A secure future is owning assets that will be there forever, that pay you to own them. That's all I got. Guys, thanks for watching the video. Make sure that you hit the subscribe button, hit that like button, and turn on your notifications, because I'll be coming out with videos like these, kind of tips on Tuesdays and Thursdays. On Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I'll be coming out with the macro show that's really taking the headlines from the world of macroeconomics and showing you how those apply to your real estate investing. And then every single week on Wednesdays, we come out with a George Gammon vlog that shows you the behind the scenes of what it's like to be me, or more specifically, to be a real estate investor in Medellin, Colombia. So guys, we'll see you soon. If you have any questions, put them in the comments below, and I will answer those as soon as I can. See you guys in the next video.